At 7:05 a.m., Jack Harlan clocked out of his night shift in Youngstown, Ohio. He waved to security, he got into his truck, and he was never seen alive again. A few hours later, police would find his wallet, his phone, and his clothes inside a motel room, locked from the inside. But Jack Harlan was gone. I'm Mr. Gray, retired investigator. These are the stories that never left me. In the Rust Belt heartland of Youngstown, Ohio, where the Mahoning River snakes through abandoned steel mills like a forgotten vein of iron, the night shift at the old Republic Rubber Factory was a grind few could stomach. It was late November 2023, and the economy was still reeling from inflation spikes and supply chain snarls that had turned once bustling plants into ghost towns. The factory, a sprawling complex off Salt Springs Road, churned out industrial tires for semis and farm equipment, running 24/7 to meet demands from Detroit and beyond. For men like Jack Harlan, 48, the graveyard shift from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. was just another way to pay the bills. Mortgage on a split level in Boardman, braces for his daughter Mia's teeth, and the occasional six-pack of Yangling to wash away the ache in his back. Jack was a lifer in Youngstown, born in 1975 when the mills were still roaring. His dad had worked the blast furnaces at Youngstown Sheet and Tube until Black Monday in 1977 shuttered them, sending the city into a tailspin of unemployment and opioid waves that claimed cousins and neighbors. Jack avoided that fate by enlisting in the Army after high school, serving 2 tours in Iraq as a mechanic, fixing Humvees under fire. He came home in 2005 with a Purple Heart, mild PTSD, and a job at Republic Rubber, where he rose to shift supervisor. Tall and broad, with salt and pepper hair cropped short and a perpetual 5 o'clock shadow, Jack was the guy everyone liked. Quick with a joke, always covering for hangovers, and known for his annual Super Bowl parties, where he'd grill kielbasa and pierogies, nodding to the Polish roots that defined half the town. His wife, Sarah, 46, worked days as a nurse at St. Elizabeth's, pulling doubles in the ER to make ends meet. Their kids, Mia, 16, a junior at Boardman High, obsessed with TikTok and her cheer squad, and little Ethan, 10, a Fortnite fiend, kept the house chaotic but full. Life wasn't perfect, money was tight, and Jack had a gambling habit, dropping cash on Ohio lottery scratch-offs and occasional trips to Hollywood Casino in Columbus. But he always came home, kissing Sarah on the forehead before crashing on the recliner with SportsCenter droning in the background. That Tuesday night started routine. Jack kissed Sarah goodbye in their kitchen, the scent of her lavender shampoo mixing with the leftover aroma of meatloaf. "Don't wait up, babe. Big order for John Deere. Gonna be slammed." Sarah smiled tiredly, handing him his thermos. "Pick up milk on the way back, and text me when you punch out." He nodded, ruffling Ethan's hair on the way out. "Night, champ. Beat that level for me." He drove his 12 Ford F-150 down Market Street, past the flickering neon of dive bars like the Federal and the boarded-up storefronts that dotted downtown Youngstown. The lot was half full when he arrived, punching in at 10:55 p.m. under the harsh sodium lights. His crew was a mix, old-timers like Pete Kowalski, a Polish vet pushing 60, and younger guys like Ramon Ortiz, 28, fresh from Puerto Rico chasing the American dream. They molded rubber, monitored presses, and loaded trucks, the air thick with the acrid smell of vulcanized latex. Around 2 a.m., during a smoke break out back by the river, Pete lit a Marlboro and eyed Jack. "You look beat, boss. Everything good at home?" Jack exhaled his own Camel, staring at the dark water. "Yeah, just the usual. Bills stacking up. Sarah's worried about Mia's college apps." He didn't mention the texts from his bookie, Vinny Russo, a small-time operator out of Cleveland who ran numbers from a strip mall. Jack owed $6,000 from a bad run on NFL parlays, and Vinny was getting impatient. A burner phone buzzed in his pocket. "Meet after shift, Motel 6 on Belmont, room 212. Bring the cash or we talk options." He deleted it, heart racing. He'd been dipping into the kids' savings, telling himself it'd be a one-time thing. Back inside, the shift dragged. By 6 a.m., the crew wrapped the last pallets. "Good work, fellas," Jack called, clapping Ramon on the back. He punched out at 7:05 a.m., waving to the security guard as dawn broke gray over the Mahoning Valley. That was the last anyone saw of Jack Harlan.
Sarah woke at 8:30 a.m. to Mia arguing with Ethan over the last Pop-Tart. She checked her phone. No text from Jack. Odd, but not alarming. Sometimes he stopped for coffee at Tim Hortons. By 10 a.m., calls went to voicemail. She texted, "You okay? Home soon?" Nothing. Panic crept in when noon passed. She called the factory. Pete said Jack left on time. Hospitals? No accidents reported. By 2 p.m., she was at the Youngstown Police Department on Boardman Street, a squat brick building with American flags snapping in the wind. Detective Maria Lopez, 42, a no-nonsense Latina with 15 years on the force, took the report in a cluttered office smelling of stale coffee. "Adults can go missing voluntarily, Mrs. Harlan. Any arguments? Debts?" Sarah shook her head, tears welling. "He's a good man, loves his family. This isn't like him." Lopez noted Jack's description. 6'2", 220 pounds, graying brown hair, army tattoo on his forearm. They pinged his phone. Last signal near the factory, then off. Traffic cams on Salt Springs showed the F-150 heading north on I-680, then vanishing. Word spread fast in Youngstown. Neighbors organized prayer chains at St. Patrick's Church. Flyers went up. Missing, Jack Harlan, 48, last seen November 28, 2023. Reward $2,000. Local news, WKBN 27, ran segments. Sarah pleading on camera, "Jack, come home, we need you." Rumors flew. Affair with a co-worker, suicide from PTSD, run-in with the mob. Youngstown's history with organized crime, the Carabia family, the Pittsburgh mob, fueled speculation. Lopez dug into finances. Bank records showed withdrawals totaling $10,000, credit cards maxed. Sarah confessed the gambling, but nothing serious. A tip came day 3. Jack's truck spotted at the Motel 6 on Belmont Avenue, a seedy spot known for hookers and drug deals. Lopez rolled up with her partner, Detective Tom Riley, a grizzled Irishman nearing retirement. The lot was empty, but the manager remembered Jack. Checked in around 8 a.m., room 212, paid cash for a week, said he needed quiet. The room was locked from inside, chain on, no answer to knocks. Warrant obtained, they breached. Inside, Jack's wallet on the nightstand, phone charging, clothes in a duffel, bed unmade, coffee maker warm, but no Jack. Forensics swept. Prints, hairs, but nothing unusual. The motel owner, a shifty guy named Al Patel, swore no one entered. That room's cursed anyway, been empty since '95 after some overdose. Motel 6 on Belmont was a relic, built in the '70s when Youngstown boomed. Faded blue siding, flickering vacancy sign, rooms with musty carpets and cable TV. Room 212 was at the end, overlooking a dumpster alley. In 1995, a prostitute OD'd there, body found days later. Since then, staff avoided it, renting only when full. Patel admitted, "No one was allowed in unless I said. Bad luck." Lopez interviewed staff. Housekeeper Rosa said she knocked that morning. No answer. Door chained. "I heard movement inside, like pacing." Security cams were broken, vandalized weeks prior. No footage. The investigation widened. FBI joined, profiling Jack as voluntary disappearance or foul play. Vinny Russo was hauled in. Alibi solid, but he admitted the debt. Harlan was paying in installments. Last meet was 2 weeks ago. He seemed scared, mentioned options like working it off. Sarah revealed Jack's nightmares from Iraq, VA therapy sessions. He'd wake screaming, but he was getting better. Mia and Ethan were questioned gently. Mia remembered Dad arguing on the phone days prior. Week 2, a break. Anonymous tip to the hotline. Check the motel's basement. Room 212 has secrets. Lopez searched, found a hidden access panel in the closet, leading to a crawl space under the building. Inside, old syringes, porn mags from the '90s, and a fresh duffel with $5,000 cash, Jack's ID hidden in a pocket. Was Jack running or taken? Youngstown's underbelly emerged. The motel was a drop point for local dealers tied to the Cleveland mob. Patel had a rap sheet, money laundering. Lopez leaned on him. Who was in 212? Patel cracked. Harlan met someone.
Big guy, tattoos, left together around noon. Surveillance from a nearby gas station showed Jack entering a black Escalade with Ohio plates. Plates traced to Tony the Fixer Morelli, an enforcer for the Trafficant Syndicate remnant, named after the infamous Congressman Jimmy Trafficant, convicted in 2002. Morelli was arrested at his Warren home. In interrogation, he spilled, "Harlan owed big. Vinny sent me to collect or recruit. He chose recruit, muling coke from Pittsburgh. But he panicked, said he couldn't. I left him at the motel, alive." Then where was Jack? Forensics re-examined the room. Under UV light, blood traces on the carpet, cleaned but not gone. DNA matched Jack's. Struggle? Suicide? Month 3, February 2024. Cold snap gripping Ohio. A jogger in Mill Creek Park found a body in the frozen lake. Jack Harlan, gunshot to the temple, weighted with chains. Autopsy, time of death around disappearance day. Gun? Missing. Morelli charged with murder. Trial in Mahoning County Court. Prosecutors painted debt collection gone wrong. Defense claimed suicide. Jury convicted. Life. Sarah moved on, raising kids with community support. The motel room? Demolished in renovations, but whispers remain. Was it mob or Jack's demons? The end reminded Youngstown, in steel towns, secrets lurk in shadows. Thanks for listening. If you want more cases from my old files, like the video and subscribe. There's plenty left in the casebook.